coming at a time when Americans, when polled, have a decreasing approval rating of immigrants. So Gallup asks, in your view, should immigration be kept as at its present values, increased or decreased? During the Trump administration, we saw public opinion swing more towards more immigrants. We saw empathy and a little more sympathy and solidarity with immigrants coming into the country, and we wanted more of them. Now, since Trump has come to office, that number has declined and declined rapidly. Now, 41% of Americans say that they want a decreased amount of immigrations, 31% they want the same, only 26% say they want more. This 41 number of decreased immigration is the same that it was in like 2012. So it looks like we've lost a bunch of progress we've made against the anti-immigrant fight in America.
This is interesting to me because it seems like anti-immigrant sentiment based on this graph bottomed out near 2020, near the end of Trump's term. And it's been on the rise since, which makes me wonder, have conservatives honed in more on the anti-immigrant rhetoric as something that will resonate with people in an attempt to gain political favor, right? Like only since they've been out of power, and they thought they didn't need it until now.
Right. I think a lot of people forgot how bad Trump was towards immigrants, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. I think when it was right in their face and they saw it, that's when we saw we want more immigrants, right? Okay. But now that it's out of the picture, we are not seeing Trump do the damages.
Okay.
It seems
we're not seeing the people rounded up in camps by ICE at the border.
And we've talked about what Trump wants to do. He doesn't just want people rounded up in camps by the border. He wants people rounded up in camps across the country.
Yes.
Sent to Texas. That's what he wants. And so now this is a Fox News poll. This Fox News poll, I think, says a lot about people's feelings towards immigrants that are more important than those initial numbers we said. That captures the overall sentiment, I understand. But this, I think, is super important. So Fox News poll. Illegal immigrants and border security % favorable proposals. So how many people support increasing border agents? 79% of people. Okay, fine. Deporting illegal immigrants, 67%. Penalizing hiring illegals, 64%. So those are letting those with jobs stay, 62%. That number is what I find the most interesting.
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of illegal immigrants have jobs.
Yeah.
There are, I think, 3.2% of America's population are made up of undocumented workers. But they make up 4.4% of the entire nation's workforce. They are the most likely group in America to be employed.
Yeah.
So if we can get that 62% of Americans who say that they want to, get a path to citizenship for those with jobs, where's that messaging?
Yeah.
That's what we need to be riding home with.
To me, it makes clear that people still think that immigrants are just burdens to the welfare system.
Yes, they think they're takers.
Yes, rather than givers to the economy, which they are.
And we're not seeing, from my perspective, I'm not seeing a strong Democratic pushback. I'm not seeing someone take up the fight and make the case that look, okay, the 62% of people, we have a majority. Where's your immigration bill that increases border agents, but then gives a path to citizenship for those with jobs?
Yeah, no, Democrats don't take this issue head on as far as I've observed either. They try to push it to the side. We've talked already about how Biden feels iffy, or he likes to shy away from this issue because he thinks it is kind of a political mine, like a landmine. I think you're right. I agree, obviously, that if they did go head on, they could win this argument. I don't think it's so unintuitive that immigrants can be helpful to the economy.
Exactly. And we can't forget what Trump did. The guy was already president. We know that he didn't just go after illegal immigrants that were criminals and were unemployed, taking money from the welfare state. First of all, because there aren't very many avenues for illegal immigrants to get money from the welfare state. But he goes after specifically employed undocumented immigrants. He carried out the largest single state immigration enforcement operation in the entire nation's history in Mississippi, rounding up 680 undocumented immigrants in one day. These were people who some had been in the United States for over a decade. Their kids were in school, and then their parents never came to pick them up because they got deported.
That's insane.
It's insane. So like this 62% of Americans who want a path to citizenship for those who are illegally here, we agree with you. The Democrats agree with you on that. Do not fall into the xenophobic trap where you're voting for a guy who's saying that they're poisoning the blood of our country. If you have the sympathy to recognize that, hey, they're working hard just like I am, let them stay here and contribute the same way I do.
Yeah.
Because they all want the same thing. There are really good videos of people talking to the undocumented immigrants who are coming across the border, and all of them are just so excited to be there and excited to be Americans and excited to work.
Yes, they're literally excited to work. Like they're excited to have an opportunity to make money.
Exactly.
Because that's the thing that they've been deprived. So it's not that they're not excited about the opportunity to receive handouts. They're excited for the opportunity to feel empowered themselves to make the life for themselves.
Exactly. And we just cannot allow Trump's xenophobic rhetoric to work. We have to be stronger than that. We have to push back from that. And the Democratic Party needs to take this forward and say, no, we do not think that they're poisoning the blood of our country. Put it over the airwaves everywhere that the Republican Party thinks that Latino immigrants are poisoning the blood of the country. Get that on every TV station across the country right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.